What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. It's your boy Derrick Casey coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. And man, I hope that all my people in Texas are doing okay. I know a lot of people that's without power. Right now, I have power, but the internet is all jacked up. So I'm just on here using my phone data. Can't use my Wi-Fi. But anyways, yeah, it's been pretty crazy down here with this snow and this weather and this icy cold weather. So I just want to say to everyone, I hope that everyone is doing okay and staying warm out there. But nonetheless, like I say, man, I wanted to come on here and chop it up with y'all. I just had an idea that came up and I seen something and I was like, dude, that's perfect. That's like a perfect analogy or a situation to share with you guys and help you guys come up on something, right? Because I talk to a lot of people on a daily basis, and there's a lot of people that like fail in the online marketing world, right? We see a lot of people that come in and they don't really make the money that they want to make, or they'll make some, but it's not consistent, right? Not consistent income that's coming in. And a lot of times I sit back and I wonder why. You know, I look at my journey, 6 years of being in this industry and things that I've been through before I got to this point and started really seeing the success that I wanted to see. And I try to put everything together to simplify the process. And here's what I learned, okay? Is that people that come in this industry, and I love this saying, is that people never plan to fail, but they fail to plan, okay? Let me say that one more time. People don't plan to fail, they fail to plan, right? So nobody ever wants to come into a business and fail and not make money and not be successful, right? But the one thing that they don't do is they fail to plan, right? And what they don't put a game plan together. They don't sit down. They don't map out what they are trying to achieve. You know, they have this end goal of being a millionaire and living that luxurious life and things like that. But they don't game plan and put pieces together and the stepping stones that's needed to get them to that point, right? So this is what really made me think about this, right? Really what made me think about this. So my wife getting ready to go on a trip, and it's a group of people that's going to be going and everything, and they are planning for a trip. Now, as you know, when you have a group of people, when you bring them together and you're planning for a trip, you don't just hop in and say, all right, cool, we buying these tickets, we doing this, and then bam, we do that. That's what it is, right? Because you got to look for the best deals, right? If you flying, you want to find the best deals on the flights. You got to look to see if everybody's going to be in a hotel or if you're going to get an Airbnb, right? You want to see what type of package you can get, whether it's all inclusive, what the food, the drinks, and the entertainment's going to be. You know, you want to find the right times that everybody can leave and all of these things. So you got to plan all of these things out. And I was sitting there and I'm watching my wife, and she got a notebook. And she researching and she going to different sites and she's jotting things down and she's putting different options together. And then once she finally figured it out, she called everybody pretty much on like a Zoom call, got everybody in one place and say, okay, guys, here's what I got, right? And she laid out everything that she had found in her research. Everything, what it included, all of the total price, what it broke down per person. They broke it all down. And then everybody agreed on a certain option. They said, let's go with it. And then she said, okay, this is how much everyone needs. And I need this by this time so we can go ahead and lock this in. And there was no issues. There was no problems. Nobody was like, well, you know, that's too much. Or nobody was like dragging their feet or doing any of those things. Everybody was like, all right, cool, bet. Let's go ahead and send you the money and let's go ahead and lock it in. And I was like a light bulb went off. And I was like, man, why don't we do that in our business? Why don't we do that in our business? Why don't we sit down and actually plan the direction that everyone is going to be going in so that way everyone can succeed? And I don't think a lot of people do that. I don't think a lot of people take the time to sit down and actually look at their comp plan and break down the numbers and really put a game plan together so people can see what it really is, like what everybody needs, okay? What everybody needs. And then getting everybody on board before they even invest or do anything. Make sure everybody understands the game plan, the blueprint before they even get them started. Let them work on that and then do this. So this is what I was thinking to myself. I say, you know what? I want to take that concept, and what I want to do is I built a game plan for everybody, right? And I say, you know what? What if I did 2 sign-up days a month? Just 2 sign-up days a month. And I was thinking the 15th and the 30th. Okay? So halfway through the month and the end of the month. Okay? Reason being is because on the 15th of the month, that give you the first couple of weeks, right? The first couple of weeks in the month to go ahead and get what you need so you could be ready for that sign-up day on the 15th, okay? And then on the 15th, you already coming out the gates making money, right? And then on the 30th, you get your people ready, right, for their sign-up day, and you get them rocking and rolling. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why don't we game plan that, okay? Because I see a lot of people that sign up, they get into business because it sounds good, but now you got to start going to work toward hitting those levels and making the money. Here's the thing, guys. In these companies, there's only a couple of things you need to know, okay? Does the product or service really work? And is the comp plan, does the company pay on the comp plan like they say they will and when they say they will? If the answer is yes to both of those, then there's no other questions that you need to ask or need to wonder or whatever the case when it comes to a business. You know the company going to pay. So if you do this, you know the company's going to pay you this. And you see people that show proof of that all the time. So we can skip all of the nonsense. Let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. What does it take? So like in my company, right, we have what we call the 3-in-1 blueprint, right? So that's 3 business partners, 1 customer. 3 business partners, 1 customer, right? So that's the blueprint. But I'm a person, I think big. I've been in this industry for so long, I don't even want to play around with the whole 3-in-1. That's just not me. I'm like, okay, what's that next level look like? So that next level is going to get people to $600 residually with just 12 people, right? 12 people, 1 outside customer. So I'm like, yo, I'm thinking to myself, the phrase, I did some research and it showed on the research that the average family, right, it says 70% of foreclosed homes could have been saved if the average family had an additional $400 to $500 a month coming into their household. So when I think about that, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So this right here says 12 people get you $600. $600 guaranteed every single month, residually. So I'm like, you know what? Let's not play around. Let's go to that next level. Let's work toward getting everybody to that $600 a month. But as we start doing that, right? As we start doing that, everybody starts to elevate from that, right? Because we are all focused on the same thing and we all want to get to that 600. But by doing that, we're going to increase our income. We're going to max out a comp plan within 30 to 60 days. Within 30 to 60 days. Like, it's up to us. So we don't even got to play around with it. If we follow that, that's it. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, you, listen, if I do 2 sign-up days a month, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to have set up and ready by the 15th. And when you can't sign up unless you have all of that together, because we don't want people to come in and be successful. Listen, at the end of the day, I've seen so many people waste 6 months to a year in businesses and not make money at all. Not make money at all. Having to try to keep their business afloat out of their own pockets. Okay? I'm not in the business to do that anymore. Guys, let me tell you something. I was in a company before, and I ain't going to say no names because if I say the names, my last Facebook page got shut down. But I was in a company before where the products, man, you had to spend, it was like $500-600 to get into the business. And I was doing good and people seeing the vision and everything, people were coming in. But could you imagine people dropping $600 and then not making no money? That was never my intention. My intention was to show them, but if people come in and they don't have the same drive and passion as I do, I can only help them so much. But it still broke my heart to see people invest that type of money to not see that in return. And when I finally got to this point in my career online, I made a promise to myself that I would never put people in that position again. I will never put people in that position again. I will make sure that they understand everything that they need, how the numbers work, why I'm going in this direction. They're going to understand it so that way when they make the decision to say, yo, I'm ready and I want this, now they know what they're actually pushing toward. They know what they are driving for, right? So that's what I am doing. But when I seen how easy it was when people were planning a trip together and how they lined everything up and they planned everything out from the flight to where they were going to stay, to getting the rental, to what type of package they were going to get for food, drinks, and entertainment, just figuring out the times, making sure that correlated with everybody's schedule. They put all of that together. And then when they put it together, they came together as a team. They looked at it. They say, all right, that's the perfect one right there. Boom, let's make it happen. And they just made it happen. That was it. That was it. There was no him and hawing. Nobody was, oh, what about this and what about that? Everybody was cool. They set a date when they were going to, everybody sending their money over to get it booked, and that was it. So why don't we do that in our business? Sit down, go through the numbers, get you a group of people together. Before you even talk about investing, break these numbers down, come up with a game plan. Okay, well, shoot, it only take us 12 people to get to this. If everybody bring in 12, these are where the numbers are going to be at, and we can literally start to max this comp plan out to solidify our income. Who's in? Who ready to rock, right? All right, cool. Here's the game plan. On the 15th, everybody here that's on this call need to have 12 people ready to rock and roll on the 15th. So that way, when you get on board, you coming right out the gates, making money. No playing around, no none of that. On the 15th, you coming out the gates making money. Because then what happens is now when you do that and everybody follows and everybody get their people to sign up on the same day, then what you do is now you can show the people that you sat with, look at what just happened. Look at what I made. Because now you can show them that it's real, that it's possible. And now you set up another sign-up day, which is on the 30th. And you tell your 12 people to do the same thing and get ready for the 30th so that they can hit that level too. But then by them hitting that level, right, guess what? It's going to elevate you because you are helping them hit their level. And then guess what? In turn, those people are going to work with their people, set the date, and then they're going to work toward doing the same thing. Guys, I'm telling you, if you guys go ahead, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things, guys, is that you need to start to game plan in your business. You got to stop coming in here and just trying to wing it. If you see the potential in what you can make in these companies, guys, you got to stop playing around. Go get it. That's the problem. Y'all play around with it, man, and it's right there. They're telling you, you follow this blueprint, you in there. If people, listen, at the end of the day, if you come across anybody that's just not seeing the vision, they dragging their feet, you don't want to partner with them anyways. Move on. You don't got to sit there and fold up and go in the corner and crawl under a rock because somebody don't see the vision. They just not ready. Leave them where they at. Find the ones who are ready. Game plan with them people that's ready to run with you and make it happen. Guys, within 30 to 60 days, you could literally be set up to make options, right? To have options. Because as we know, if you look at it, these jobs are not guaranteed. The government don't really give a damn about what happens with you, you know what I'm saying, in your situation. So my goal here, guys, is to put you in position to never have to be dependent upon your job and the government alone. I want to put you in position to be able to make residual income that if anything ever happens to your job or anything like that, you have something to fall back on so that way you don't have to change anything in your life for you, your kids, your spouse. You don't have to change anything at all. That's why I get on these videos and I talk with y'all. But when I seen that and I sat down and I watched how people took the time to game plan their trip and everything that went in the trip, I'm like, man, if we took that same concept, got a group of people and use that same concept in business, guys, we will all be winning. There's no way that you can lose if you get everybody on board. Okay, so I'm hoping that, like I said, that was just an idea. That was something that came up when I seen that light bulb went off, bing, and I was like, you know what? I gotta share this. I hope it makes sense to y'all. I really do. I hope it makes sense. If it makes sense, drop a 1. Share this video with somebody. Because in your business, guys, if you're not winning right now, slow down. Go back to the drawing board and start game planning. Once again, people never plan to fail, but they fail to plan. That's the problem that we are seeing. And if you can get that in your head and change that around, guys, everything in your business is about to blow up 10x. 10x. All right. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to hop on here, grab you a cup of coffee, and chime in with me this morning. If you got any questions or whatever the case, let me know. But hey, listen, if you guys know me, I'm one of the realest people on the internet. If you want to join what I'm talking about, let's set up a time to get on a call. I'll break everything down to you. Like I said, I'm very real and to the point. I ain't got to give you no long, drawn out stories. I'm going to talk to you how this can benefit you and how you can truly win. And then we're going to set up some setup days, give you some homework, let you go out there, get your stuff together, come back so that way we can rock this thing out. All right, sound good? I look forward to talking to y'all soon. Don't let this pass you by. Listen at this video a couple of times if you have to, so you can get this concept, man. Once again, people never plan to fail, but they fail to plan. Don't be a person that failed to plan. Put a game plan together and execute. As my phrase says, 2020 was the year of lessons learned, but 2021 is the year of game planning with execution and no excuses. Let's get it, all right? We'll holler at you soon. Peace.